Hello everyone, this is Dr. Ashok Kumar from Government Women Engineering College Ajmer. This is lecture 2 of this series and we are going to discuss about AM, power and current. I mean power relation and current relation of the AM modulated wave that we will discuss in lecture 2 of this analog communication series. The following contents will be addressed, and this contents having the power relation that depends on the modulation index as well as the current of the current representation in the AM wave, and then further we have calculate the modulation index by the several or multiple sine wave, and then we are taking some examples to understand the power relation and as well as current relation that we will discuss in this lecture, and the following reference books are considered to prepare the contents of this lecture. So first we need to understand what we have discussed in the previous lecture. So in the previous lecture we have discussed about the original amplitude modulated equation, and we have calculated this equation V of AM, and in this equation having the three components. First is the carrier wave component, another is the lower sideband, and this is the upper sideband component. And here you can see Vc and Vm are the peak values of the carrier and modulating sine wave as we are considering initially. For the power calculation, RMS values must be used for the voltages instead of max peak to peak values. So we are converting the peak value Vc and Vm to RMS value by dividing the value of peak value by root 2. So we can say Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2, or multiplying simply 0.707, and this is the value of 1 by root 2, and here you can see the V peak value, or we can say Vm is equal to 0.707, sorry, Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2, through which we can calculate. So the RMS carrier voltages then can be calculated. So V of AM, we are considering the expression of 13, which is equal to Vc by root 2 sine 2 pi fc. So this is the carrier component, this is the lower sideband component, and this is the upper sideband component. So simply we can say that we have simply divided equation 13 right hand side by the root 2, through which we can calculate it. The power of the carrier sidebands can be calculated by using the power formula, which is equal to P is equal to V square by R, where P is the output power, V is the RMS output voltages, and R is the resistive part of the load impedance, which is usually considered as a antenna. More detailed analysis about the RMS voltage and the peak voltage, so you can study the circuit theory, in which you are getting some more insight about these RMS and peak value parameters. So we use the coefficient of the sine and cosine terms above in the power formula. So simply we can calculate the total power PT is equal to, and PT simply we are considering V square by 2. So V square by R. So we are simply this we have considered is the V and divided by R. Then it is called as a power. So simply we are calculating for the carrier, for the lower sideband as well as for the upper sideband, and that calculated total power PT is equal to Vc square by 2R plus Vm square by 8R plus Vm square by 8R. As we have discussed in lecture 1 of this series about the modulation index, and it is the ratio of modulating voltage modulating peak amplitude of modulating signal to the peak amplitude of carrier signal, and here we are putting the value of V of m, which is equal to mvc, in the equation 15. Then we are getting pt, which is equal to, by this expression, 16. Since the value of Vc square by 2R is the actual power of the RMS carrier signal, here you can see, so Vc square by R we have represented by Pc, then the equation 16 can be reduced as Pt is equal to Vc square by 2R bracket 1 plus m square by 4 plus m square by 4, and by solving this expression 17, then the total power in a AM signal can be calculated by using expression 18, and this expression is very important in the case of amplitude modulation, and this we have calculated Pt is equal to Pc 1 plus m square by 2. So this is the, and so we can say the total power is depends on the carrier power and the modulation index. So we can say the total transmitted power Pt is simply the sum of the carrier power Pc plus sum of power in the two sideband, upper sideband and lower sideband. Here you can see Pt, this is the Pc, this is the lower sideband and this is the upper sideband. So we can say total power is depends on the carrier frequency plus lower sideband and upper sideband. When the antenna impedance is known, the output power is easily calculated by using the formula Pt is equal to It square R, where It is equal to Ic root of 1 plus m square by 2. So simply by considering Pt is equal to It square by R, and this value we are putting in equation 18. Similarly for Pc we are putting, then we are getting the value of It which is equal to Ic root of 1 plus. So this is another important expression through which we can calculate the total current, and where Ic is the unmodulated carrier current in the load and m is the modulation index. So by rearranging the equation 21, the modulation index can be calculated. M is equal to root of twice It upon Ic square minus 1. So this is another important expression for which we can calculate the modulation index in the when the unmodulated carrier current and total current is given. So the power in a E sideband PSB can equal to P lower sideband and P upper sideband equal to Pc m square by 4. Here you can see this we can represent by Pc, so Pc m square by 4. From the equation 17 you will get, and we can draw this time frequency domain representation. As you can see in this figure, this is the power, carrier power, and this is the upper sideband power, and this is the lower sideband power. So we can say the sideband power in the case of AM for upper USB and LSB is same. Here you can see figure and having the frequency Fc plus Fm, Fc minus Fm. If we are considering the 100% modulated, I mean modulation in a factor on index m is equal to 1, the power in each sideband is 1/4. Here you can see this is the 1/4 power, or 25% of the carrier power. Since there are two sidebands present in the AM modulated wave, so total power percentage is 50% of the carrier wave. So maximum power in the AM wave is PAF EM is equal to 1.5 PC. Here you can see. So this is another important relation, and this expression is valid only for the 100% modulation. If several sine wave modulated signals are used, in that case the modulation index can be calculated by using this expression mt square is equal to m1 square plus m2 square plus m3 square and so on. Or simply we can say total mt is equal to root of m1 square plus m2 square plus m3 square and so on. So this is another important expression through which we can calculate the several sine wave modulated signals modulation index. Here we are taking one example, and in this example we need to calculate the carrier power, total power and sideband power. These parameters are given in the example 1, and these parameters we need to calculate. So simply we can calculate the carrier power, which is equal to IC square by R. So by using expression we can calculate. Similarly, IT is equal to IC root of 1 plus M square by 2. This is another expression. So we need to calculate the IT value, total current, and through which we can calculate the total power, which is equal to IT square by R. IT square into R. So this value we are getting 1295 volt, and here we are getting 921.6. And the sideband power, so we can say that total power PT is equal to PC plus P sideband. So the difference of total power and carrier power is equal to the total sideband power for upper sideband, for the combination of upper and lower sideband, which is equal to 373.4 volt. And if we need to calculate for the E sideband, so we have divided the P sideband power divided by factor 2. In that case we can calculate for the E sideband. These two problems are given to test yourself, and these problems are based on the power and current relation, as well as the multiple numbers of sine waves. If we are using, in that case, the total modulation index, it depends on the individual sine waveforms. So that we have discussed in this lecture, through which we can calculate the modulation index, as well as some antenna current parameters. So this is the process through which we have discussed about the power relation as well as current relation in the AM waves. And we have discussed about uh, the total modulation index, and then problem that we have discussed in this lecture. Thank you everyone for watching this lecture. I hope this lecture is beneficial for you. In the subsequent lecture of this series, we are going to discuss about some more insight, or we can say it's a fundamentals on AM waveforms.